18 plus 8 equals to 26. Part B. One of Emma Rabbit is chosen at random. Write the probability that this rabbit is a female with short hair. So if you look carefully, female with short hair. So female with short hair is 8. So it's 8. And you write as a fraction. 8 over 48. Next here, question 13. Question 13. The total surface area of a cube. The question I'm going to ask myself, how many faces does a cube have? A cube has 6 faces. What can you tell me about the faces? The faces are, they are square. And what do I mean by that? All of them are equal. All of them are equal. So therefore, what I need to do, I know it's 6 faces and it's a square. So what I need to do is to find out for 1. So basically what I'm going to do at this time is do I'm going to find the area for 1 face. So to do this, I'm going to do 294 divided by 6. The reason why I divide by 6 because it's 6 faces. 6 into 294 goes 49 times. Now, what can you tell me about the face? It's square. So the opposite of square is square root. So square root of 49 equals to 7. Now volume of a cube is length times length times length. So basically I need to do 7 times 7 times 7. So my answer is going to give me 343 centimeter cube. Question: if we look at this, basically we can realize that 7 over 5, right, I'm going to multiply by 2 and multiply by 2 because I want to write this as a decimal to help me. So that's going to give me 14 over 10, which is 1.4. Now if we look at five over 7, that equals to 0.7. So if I look carefully, I can see, so looking at this, you can see therefore 5/7 is closer, because you can see 1.4, 0.7, so that's 0.3, 0.4, so 0.7 is closer. Question 15, we're looking at working out the percentage, right? So basically step 1, what we need to do, we need to add the ratio. So we need to add, step 1, we need to add 7 plus 4 plus 9. So we can see here That's 20. Now, we need to work a percentage. Percentage is out of 100. Okay? So basically what we need to do here is to realize that the 20 is the total. So if we look at orange is 9. So 9 over 20 times 100. So 20 into 20 goes 1. Divide by the bottom times by the top. 20 into 100. Twenty into 100 goes 5. 5 times 9 is 45. So the answer is 45%. Explain by showing the accurate calculation would be less than 240. So 35 t-shirt. Each t-shirt is £5.80. So basically you look at 35, right? You can see that round up to 40. You also look at £5.80, that round up to 6. So therefore you can see that both are over estimate for both failure. So to work this out, basically work out 10% of 580, which is divide by the bottom times by the top. Or 100% minus 10 is 90%. And then you do 90 times by 0.9 times by 5.8, which equals to 5.22, then times the 5.22, then you do 35 times by 522, which equals to 182.7. So you got 3 here, 5, 4 in A, and B you got 2, 9, 3. So it's going to be 1/3 times 2/3 plus, or you can have 2/3 times 1/3. So 1 times 2 is 2, 3 times 3 is 9, and 2 times 1 is 2, 3 times 3 is 9. So add the top number, the bottom number remain the same, so it's 4/9. Harry, Reagan, and Keelan share 450 pounds in the ratio 2 to 5 to 3. So step 1, step 1, add the ratio. So 2 plus 5 plus 3, 8, 10. Step 2, for the total you're sharing is 450 divided by 10, 45. So how much money does Keelan get? So Keelan is the last one, so it's going to be step 3, right? He get a portion 3 lots of 45, which equals to 135. 135. Here is a list of ingredients for making 16 flapjacks. Ingredients for 16 flapjacks are 120 grams of butter, 140 grams of brown sugar, 250 grams of oats, 2 tablespoons syrup. Jenny want to make 24. So to work this out, you need to do 24 over 16. 16 24 goes 1, remainder 8. 8 over 16.5. So basically to make 24, it's going to be 120 times 1.5, which equals to 180. 140 times 1.5, which equals to 210. 250 times by 1.5, which equals to 375. 2 times 1.5, which equals to 3. Amy and Josh use a calculator to work out 595 divided by 4.08 square plus 5.3. So one got 27.1115, one got 271.115. One of these answers correct. Use approximation to find out. So if we look at 595, that's going to give me 600. 4.08 is going to give me 4 square plus 5. Now if I look at this basically again, right, just using approximation, so we got 600 divided by 4 square is 16, and we got 5. So if I use approximation, I got 600 divided by 20, because I'll add 16 plus 5, I get 21. So we remember I'm approximating to make the answer easy for myself. So what will I get here? 20 into 600, right? Cancel. So now you can see that equals to 30. So therefore, Amy is correct. And the reason for that is 27.115 close to 30. Standard form. What is standard form? So the first thing here, standard form is a times 10 to the power n. So that's my power. And that's base 10. The key thing here, a, right, is equal to 1, which is also a number which is less than 10. So that is standard form. This is standard form. So it says work this out. So now let's just look at this here. So we got 6. So 6 times 10 to the minus 2 times by 3 times 10 to the minus 4 all over 1 times 10 to the minus 2. So if I should write this out, I get just the top bit. If I should write this out, this is going to give me 6 times 3 times 10 times 10 to the minus 4 all over 1 times 10 to the minus 2. 6 times 3 is 18 times, remember you add the powers when you multiply, so it's going to be minus 2 add minus 4 is going to give me 10 to the minus 6 all over 1 times 10 to the minus 2. Be very careful here. So again, when you divide powers, right, you're going to take away. So what you end up with here for the answer, you're going to end up with 18, because 1 into 18, 18. But the key thing here, I'm going to draw this, right, you got minus 6 minus minus 2. It's going to give me minus 4. So that's times 10 to the minus 4. But this is not in standard form. So the answer is 1.8 times 10 to the minus 3. Fraction, you need to go back and have a look at the video that I did on fraction. So the question here, do we have a common denominator? The answer is no. So I need to find the lowest common denominator of 4 and 5. So look back at my video. So 4 and 5, it's going to be 20, 20, 20. So what did I times by 5 to get 24? So the same thing I do to the bottom, I do to the top. Same thing I do to the bottom, I do to the top. Now, we add 8 plus 5 is equal to 13. So the answer is 13 over 20. Next, here we got 2 to the minus 3. So we need to get rid of the minus, and to get rid of the minus, it's the reciprocal, so it's 1 over 2 to the power 3. 2 to the power 3 is basically 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8. So this is 1 over 8. So it's 1, 8. This is the end. Right, I have to do a part 3. So that's going to come soon.